Rising, all you wonderful people. I be wondering how I had to find get me a pen. Because if you ain't got that, this a deal. And the only reason why I like it is because it'll stop it from doing this thing that I love so much for it to hang this way. So anyway, how's everyone doing? Thank you guys for being here. And I've just been having a lot of stuff that's been going on this morning, but I'm thankful that I'm alive and here because I could have died last night, but God made sure that I didn't. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I literally got woke up in the middle of the night. As y'all know, oh my God, my heater is still not working, right? And so the guy is coming today. The man is coming today to fix it. But so I've been using the fireplace. And last night I was putting firewood in there, trying to make sure I stayed up late to make sure I can watch it and everything, because I knew I had put, you know, a good amount in there. So I wanted to make sure that it was going to be, you know, okay in the middle of the night. Long story short, I went to sleep. I did a couple videos, so y'all should have seen them. But anyway, I went to sleep, and Seven woke me up in the middle of the night. Mind you, if y'all don't know who Seven is, that's my son's dog. Pushed me to wake me up. I don't know if she heard the tray drop out of there, or if she heard, or if she smelled the smoke. I don't know. Either way, long story short, when I woke up, I smelled smoke when she pushed me. I'm like, you know, thinking, have you lost your mind? But she was waking me up because the smoke I smelled came downstairs, and thank God the tray that I put inside the fireplace that had the wood on it had fell out of the fire pit onto the brick that's there. And the reason why it even smelled was because it was outside of the ventilation area where the actual fire pit is. But anyway, it was laying on the brick, and it was so hot. But y'all, I'm over here like something kept telling me to make sure I keep an eye on it, because the one of them was heavy, and so I had also made sure I put the screen in front of it. But mind you, I put this heavy brick in front of the screen to make sure that even if anything did happen, it would hit that screen first. So it's brick, and then it would be the screen. So anyway, long story short, I woke up. It wasn't nobody died, and my house didn't burn the fuck down, but it could have been so much worse. Larry Bryant, hi, welcome, thank you for being here. All right, so we got preparation, because, you know, sometimes God gives us stuff and puts it in our spirit. It's also, you can say, trusting your intuition. It's just that little feeling that you get inside your system that tells you to pay attention, to focus. It's like the thing when warning comes before destruction. We know that something is on the mist, something is in the mist. Dennis, hi, welcome, thank you for being here. Something is in the mist, something happening, but you don't know what. It's like that little thing that the universe does that makes sure you pay attention, or that God does, that makes sure you pay attention to whatever could happen or whatever is about to happen, okay? So preparation, the act of getting ready for something. My spirit is literally telling me that something is on the rise, right? So whether or not it's movement, that's motion. So for a lot of the spiritual people who are on this channel, you know, my other channel, it would be like the chariot, or would be like the wheel of fortune. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, right? But there's motion, there's movement, and it could be a person about to move. It could be movement in, you know, any area. It could be your finances, your career. It could be your life. Things being stagnant and stuck, right, for a long period of time, or you just not seeing anything. But that means that right now something is about to change. All right. So we're gonna do some affirmations first. And when things are changing, it is sometimes people are comfortable in you know, person, place, or thing. It could be relationship changes, anything, something being different. Okay. King Barry.
Hey, where you from?
How you doing?
Good. Where you from?
I'm talking about changes and things happening. How are you, what did you want to add to something with that, or you just, you know, out here?
You want battle?
Huh?
You want battle?
No, not right now.
All right.
Thank you.
Where you from?
All right, y'all. Sorry about that. I thought he wanted to add something. He seemed like a normal person. But a lot of people are doing whatever they're doing right now in the movement. So motion, but it's funny because the first thing he asked me is, "Do I want to battle?" It's movement. It could be WAR, entertainment purposes. You know, happening here because a battle. Let's see what a battle. Meaning of battle. We know what it means, but I like looking up the meaning. Okay. That's the easiest way to keep us all on the same page. All right, the word battle has a few meanings depending upon how it's used. Basic meaning: a battle is a fight or a conflict, usually between people, groups, or armies. All right, take it how it resonates. It can also mean a struggle or challenge, especially something emotional, mental, or personal. And we talked about movement, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. It's something that changes, and a lot of people want to stay, you know, in their comfortable zone, but meanwhile it could have been an uphill battle. It could be what you about to face, but be mindful. God don't give you a spirit of fear, and if it's time to go to war, then that's what we gonna have to do. Okay, so take it how it resonates. So example, she fought a long battle to reach her goals. So if you have been already doing something, now it is telling you that the goals are on the horizon. Mind you, when it's in my spirit, it's always like now it's been something good, like it's been motion, forward movement, a straight line. You're gonna have to go through this, like in order to get from this point to this point, it's like straight line, right? So you may have already been going through the battle, right? And now it's opening up. Mind you, I'm gonna just say this because as I said that, I saw something. But congratulations. All right, so take it how it resonates. He's battling fear or self-doubt. You got this. You already won. That was the thing. The preparation that it took, because we was talking about preparation. God already said, prepare for this. You already knew that this is what had to be done. And you may have been a little bit afraid to even think that you would be able to. It's like David and Goliath. When, you know, they tell that story, it's like the small person against the big person, but the person is triumphant in their endeavors. So whereas it may have looked like something that you couldn't win, or you couldn't go through, or you had already won. It was already predestined, predetermined that this had to happen, but this is the way it had to be done. And you can put that in anything that's even happening right now in the world, in society, okay? Because it's a lot of stuff happening. And it may look like, you know, oh, how is this going to play itself out? Because remember, I keep saying red pill, blue pill. They keep saying you got to choose, but neither one is good. They both going to make you sick. All right? But what is the way through the part that you can't see, the part where, you know, the curtain has to either open up or it has to raise itself up? This is the gray area that you can't see. And, you know, I'm prepared. All right? I'm ready. But we're also aware, all right, of the situation. So teams battle for first place. it gave me the sense of thing, you don't have to always be right. Like, it's not about a person being right, like, you know, the I told you so right. It's the thing where right is right and wrong is wrong. So we have to do the right thing in a situation, and the right thing would be not this or that. The right thing would be to go into the area where we already seen what this side did. We already seen what this side did. We don't know what's here, and that would be the thing that would be making a person, you know, think twice, because we don't know what's on the other side of that. But we already been here. We already been here. It ain't working. Okay, so take it how it resonates. Battle, a hard fight or a struggle to overcome something. Either way, you already won. Now, what is the etymology? And sometimes when you're at the beginning of something, you don't know how it's going to play out. So that's the part where it's like, you know, having the fear of a situation. But meanwhile, you already are more than halfway through it. We're already more than halfway through it. It's like the thing where we just have to let it play itself out in order for us to see things clearly. But mind you, God is already opening up everything to give us the truth. And not for nothing, the fact of the matter is we have to have all of the information in order to make an informed decision. So the etymology of the word battle. So origin timeline. Battle comes from the old French word bataille, Bataille, but it could be the LL is sometimes like Y. Take it how it resonates. Around the 12th century, meaning a fight, combat, or physical struggle. Old French got it from the late Latin Batulia, Battalia, from the Latin verb batuere, Battuere, meaning to beat, to strike, or to hit repeatedly, right? You know, here is just like a thing where it is money being made, right? Entertainment purposes only, because I have to say that. But to expose the battle, it is follow the money always, because even when they're coming in and asking to battle, it's about gifts and money. That's been the way. All right, so be mindful of that. Who can win and who can take is basically also stealing. Okay. Take it how it resonates. So literally at its root, battle, repeated striking or fighting. But as I'm saying that, it is the opposition, because when God is love and great things are also happening, in order for me to distract you, I'm going to show you all the worst things. Meanwhile, back at band camp, there's great things happening in the world too. The universe is beautiful. The world is full of exciting, you know, amazing things, but they're only wanting to flood you with the BS, because I need to make sure that your mind is distracted on the foolishness and not on the positive things. So right now, it is so many things unfolding, which also gave me the lotus flower. So it comes from harsh conditions, but meanwhile, it's a beautiful thing. It's like the concrete roads, beautiful things growing out of, you know, desolate desolate places that you don't think something can grow from, but we glow through what we grow through. All right, so take it how it resonates. That's why even today it can mean a physical fight or a long struggle, like a battle with whatever, the people, places, and the things. Society, take it how it resonates. The colors and things of that nature. It's been a long time coming, but meanwhile, things are blooming on the other side of that. In order for us to get to this, we had to go through that. And so, take it how it resonates, put it where you need to put it. All right. The word family, from the same root. Now, ain't that something? The word family from the same root. Beat, batter, battalion, combat, related through Latin French development. How? because for some reason it gave me beat, but it gave me like the fruit. How? No, it's not a fruit, it's a vegetable. The red thing. Great question. Here's how the word family connects with the same root as battle, step by step. So the original Latin word, and this is funny because like things happen and we say words. The power of life and death is in the tongue. Not knowing where it actually originates from or what it actually means. So the original Latin root word is battere, B-A-T-T-U-E-R-E, to strike, to beat, from the idea of repeating, hitting. Different words formed over time as languages evolved, or, deconstructed, de-evolved, or, whatever the word, unevolved. Because they trying to take us back, but meanwhile our future's in front of us. We are progression, right? Take it how it resonates. Each word grew from the root. Battle, from fighting many strikes back and forth. B, a direct action of striking. Batter, to hit again and again, intense beating. Battalion, a group organized for fighting, a fighting unit. Combat, through Latin French forms meaning to fight together. So this is where the group comes in at. They all carry the core idea of force, striking, or physical struggle. Over time, English also used them metaphorically for life struggles, not just physical fights. So the word family means, words that grew from the same ancient root and kept relating meaning. All right. So a group that fights together. The what is it called? It says blood is thicker than water, right? That's what everybody said. And a lot of families use that to keep you connected to them, right? Even though they don't treat you right. Even though they may be, your worst fucking enemy. But it is, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Meaning, the family you create is more important than the one that you grew up into. And we'll go with what they say in here because we want to keep it politically correct, so we'll read it. It dates back to at least the 12th century in German and later English writings, and it always meant family ties are stronger than other relationships. The longer version, the extended phrase, because that's what they try to make it be, but they shorted it, right? And remember, the power of life and death is in the tongue. So it is like good meaning bad, but fat. P-H-A-T and F-A-T. So somebody may say, that's fat, and somebody may be offended because you calling me fat. Meanwhile, they saying you thick. All right, but either way, it came from that. The extended phrase about covenant and womb has no evidence in ancient texts, is what they said. Scholars have traced it back to modern reinterpretations, mostly 20th century, not medieval or biblical sources. It was created later to flip the meaning, not restore the old one. We use in chat, so be mindful that it be lying, all right? So it could mean that or not. But we're just going to go with the fact that God said preparation, prepare, because we're in preparation. Also, warning comes before destruction. So preparation, but you also getting a heads up, all right? It don't matter. The point of it is if we can physically see something, the way people treat us, right? Or understand, comprehend that if you love me, you're going to treat me like you love me. You're not going to say that we are in love or you love me because we're family, but yet you don't treat me like such. It's certain things where, and it's reminding me because I have a cousin, right? And not for nothing, they probably over there anyway. It's always on Facebook. And not for nothing, this cousin can possibly relate everything that they are in their existence to me. all the good things, probably some of the bad things too, right? And sometimes when I see this person, in my mind, I really want to just grab them by the face and smack them up against the wall. Should I do that? No, I should not. We don't condone violence, right? But in my mind, I feel like I should beat her ass. Why? Because in life, I feel like her being my cousin, she probably one of the shadiest bitches I know in life. But I got a couple cousins like that, right? And that's a me issue, just so we're very clear. But also, in this, it's a me issue because I can see that they some fake ass hoes. But if I say that, I'm going to be the issue and I'm going to be the problem. But it's like a microaggression maybe, because you can tell in certain things that they be trying to be shady, but they couldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole. Even if on my bad day I was, physically psycho and crazy, they couldn't touch me or hold me. But whatever they do in their mind to make them feel like, oh, this is happening or that's happening, even on my worst day, the bitches couldn't touch me, right? They know it, I know it, and so does the whole entire fucking family. Should I say that? Probably, because I said it anyway. And I'm going to keep saying it. Why? Because it's the microaggression. Like, you don't have to be aggressive to me, like this, because you are really afraid of what I would do. I ain't going to do nothing. Because in my life, I could just say, God, get them, and then, shit starts shaking. But meanwhile, they would say, because we're family, I have to not think or say things like that. Well, because we family, it means I should be able to tell you that you a fake ass hoe. And I can tell that you're being a fake asshole. And if you're doing that to me as a cousin, I can only imagine what your friends go the fuck through. But I'm the problem. I'll take it. Either way, I've had strangers treat me better or not trying to undermine me. But again, a few of these hoes, their existence is basically a reincarnated version or a remix or a follow of Tylishia. Take it how it resonates. All right, good, bad, or ugly or indifferent, it's facts. But should I say that? Yeah, that's what the fuck I think. I'm gonna say it. So excuse the cuss words, but fuck y'all. Either way, the longer version, the extended phrase about covenant, but we have to remember, because like I said, it be the lies that be told. Because, and they're psychotic or not so, what is it, Delulu mind, they would also like to think that they would be, I don't know, and I don't care. I'm going to just say this. The fact of the matter is if I had not helped them in certain ways, life could have been a whole lot harder. That's a fact. So, in summary, truthfully, blood is thicker than water. Take it how it resonates. Do with that information what you will. All right? You have eyes. You can understand or understand. And if people not treating you the way that family should be treated, or people not treating you the way da-da-da-da-da, if it looked like a duck, it quacked like a duck, water gonna roll off of it probably like a duck, you would have to be inclined to, call it a duck. Quack, quack. Either way, take it how it resonates. So we got affirmations. So that means also, just know, because we're talking about preparation, because that's how this whole thing started. Don't think that the people that you would think that are coming to help you or would help you or would battle with you is going to be them niggas that you grew up with. That was the point, okay? So, I am prepared for the blessings coming my way. People will, act like they don't see you regardless of what's happening, right? It don't matter what you have done for people, how you have, elevated or not from their standards. They will see you and act like they don't, right? Meanwhile, they're copy and pasting everything you're fucking doing, right? Exactly like I said, their existence is a little thin mold. It's like an inch thick mold of your 4 inches, okay? Because it's almost like they can try to mimic, they can try to copy, but it's just not you. It's just not all the way there, right? And so they'll stand off from a distance, and then they'll try to use I'm family with you for whatever it is that benefits them later, because they already know you're going to do it. They hoping you don't do it, but just in case you do it, I'm going to, play the fence right here. So I'm be looking this way. Meanwhile, I'm really got my side eye over here. Either way, take it how it resonates. They said, and the message is, don't do it. All right? Know it, see it, understand it for what it is. They are what you think they are. And you are who the fuck you think you are. Take it how it resonates. I release every battle that no longer serves me. Because at one point in time, if anything happened, I would jump to, rescue these certain people, places, and things. The reason why everything happened and the reason why everything went and is going the way it's going, because don't you jump your ass to, insert yourself into nothing pertaining to these people just because the title says this, knowing the whole entire time it's been micro, macro, minuscule. It be the aggression for me, but lack thereof, because they know not to play with your ass. Okay? So there's that. These be the people that know that they know that they know about you. Meanwhile, they half-ass semi want to play with you, but bitch, they know not to. All right? So I trust the timing of my life, because everything is in divine timing. It's divine orchestration. That's what I heard. Divine orchestration happening. Things being orchestrated behind the scenes. Things being already, pre-planned, predestined. It had to do this because I don't know why, because it's literally doing this thing. It's the cousins that sleep with your man. Or the family that sleep with your man or your woman. They not supposed to do that. But based off of which covenant they following, because back in them days, it would be, if y'all go look it up, it's in the good book, when this person died, you would be passed off, the wife would be passed down to the brother or, a member of the family. So that was the covenant. Meanwhile, new age, new times, if you sleep with my entertainment purposes only, I don't like that because, hey Kia, I don't like that because you're not supposed to do that. But this is what's in the DNA. It'd be the people that be backdooring you the most, but yet these are the people that said, we growing up. But in new days, new times, new, era, we don't like that. But back in the day, that was the way it was. Go look it up. You get passed on to, whoever can help you, because we got to take care of the kids, this and the third. And whether or not that was good or bad, it's based off of what you like, because what do you like? So it could be that way. But if you didn't grow up like that, but yet you grew up like that, then here we are. I think it's mostly the hidden thing, right? And so I'm gonna just say this: I ain't knocking nobody for nothing. You could do that or you could not do that, right? I done had, and I'm gonna just say this because this exists. I done had a cousin be a cousin with me and a different cousin, but I'm not cousins with this cousin, and so they pick sides. And so if I did something that was against the other cousin, but that's not my cousin, I don't give a damn about the bitch. My cousin that is in the middle that should stay neutral and everything basically chose that cousin side. Now, did they choose the cousin side in my face? No. But to the tune of, I had a person go behind that, one of my people that, I dated for a very long time, tell me that my cousin was the one that told them some shit that, why would you be telling this person anything related to me? Mind you, it didn't matter to me because, I was under the influence at the time, and this was a long, long time ago. But either way, I didn't give a damn then and don't give a damn now. But the people held on to it for so long that was one of their issues with me. They kept asking the same thing over and over again. How am I supposed to know? I was having a good time. And if I did, you can't beat me and neither can that bitch. And matter of fact, even if you could do something, And so because I take that attitude with people and, with situations, I'm always the problem. Meanwhile, it be the little shisty shit that they be doing, secretly. That's really the problem. Because as far as I'm concerned, anything that's done in the light, like, when I be doing whatever the hell I was doing, at that point in time, but because I was intoxicated, nobody knows. But these particular people don't know that I know because I never said anything. I just left it to be the way it was. But also going behind the scenes. So just so everybody's clear, I'm going to say this. Whether it's the old covenant, the one that's in that good book, the where, it goes to this and that's what y'all do, and it's acceptable, or the new covenant, if it's being said out loud that this is how we do it. Who is able to knock you? But the thing is that a lot of stuff gets done under the shadows and under the guise of you can't be for me if in fact you literally went and told this person that ain't have nothing to do with nothing other than the fact that you were trying to do something to me. But meanwhile, bitch, I'm the reason why you even fucking exist, ho. But if I say that, then I'm wrong. So I shouldn't say stuff like that. Either way, I be saying shit. Take it how it resonates. But preparation. All right? So just be mindful in the preparation of who's really on your side. And that's the thing. It be strangers. Strangers will come out of nowhere to assist you, help you. But the people who are supposedly, I love you, this is the reason why it keeps going back to relationship stuff with me. Yesterday we talked about relationships, and today we'll be talking about relationships. Tomorrow we'll be talking about relationships, because people wish for you to be some way away with them that they don't know how to even be with you. So it's just like the thing about, telling the truth. The truth is this, right? But if they say the truth, or if they tell the truth, it's going to affect the way they probably think that you're going to deal with them. Or it could create havoc to where now we, are in a real battle over something, right? But long story short, everything's being uncovered, everything's being revealed. And so it's like a thing where even if you knew something before, right, and you kept it under wraps and you never said anything, stuff like that is starting to now trickle out. So it could be your sister, it could be your cousin, it could be your mama, it could be your brother. Be prepared, because some things you might hear you might not like, right? And it's the thing about the truth. If you ask for the truth, you have to also accept it being some harsh things that you don't like. So I'm using it as this, but meanwhile, it's bigger than me. So we talking about the world stage, right? And so on the world stage, entertainment purposes only, it's a lot of stuff that's being uncovered. It's a lot of stuff that's being revealed. So remember I said there's movement happening and great things happening. So because this is happening, it's also paving the way for brand new things to come about. So if you only focus on the horrible things that are happening, then you're not paying attention to the fact that the horrible things that are being told are also now opening the world stage up for new processes, new things to happen, right? We might not know what they are yet, but we do know that this is not good and this is not good. All right. So on the world stage, it is entertainment purposes only. Everything being unraveled to where these people have been doing this and they've been doing this to, these types of people. So that's not new. That's not new. But I love how eloquently this lady put it yesterday, right? And it was a white lady. Entertainment purposes only. She said that everything that is happening right now, everybody already knew that these things were happening. But it was okay because it wasn't happening to this group of people. The thing that's being revealed now, and remember, entertainment purposes only. If you're not entertained, then don't blame me. I'm only telling you. Um, she said the only reason why it's being so aggressive now is because of they have been watching, and now they're seeing that even they are not exempt, right? And the thing about true power is, because there was a little insert in one of the lines that said, don't bring none of them niggas. They used a hard ER though. Entertainment purposes only. I ain't say it. It was written there, right? They use ER. Why? So now everybody's up in arms. And again, I love how the lady said it, because, and mind you, I shared it. I haven't shared nothing in a long time, because why that computer is inputting and why the oracle is learning. Take it how it resonates. Entertainment purposes only. I don't want to put nothing in the system to give it nothing to think that it knows nothing about me. So I done stopped. Even I'm looking. We listen and we don't judge. I swipe my ass on. But because this lady put this shit so well, I literally had to share it. Because, anyway, long story short was, she made reference to that statement. They said, don't bring none of this. Mind you, because as she stated, true power is, we already been doing that to them. It don't even matter. When you have wealth, abundance, and everything else, doing it to somebody that you shouldn't do it to is, gonna get your rocks off. Now, it sounds horrible. It sounds disgusting, right? It's been sounding horrible. It's been sounding disgusting. Meanwhile, back at band camp, now everybody's up in arms because they're realizing that they are not off the table, right? And now, the fact that you don't now fit into, the whole, it's not even about this anymore. Like, the skin on the outside, it don't even matter. Now it's just, everybody. Like, they just being disgusting to everybody, right? And not for nothing, the sad thing is that it happened initially. An even sadder thing was that people looked at it and said, as long as it's not happening to me, it's okay. An even sadder thing is that it took this long for anybody to say anything or try to do anything. An even more sadder thing is that, the little people keep getting involved in situations that adults, should keep little people out of. Even more sadder thing is that our society now, entertainment purposes only, is one cycle after the next cycle after the next cycle after the next cycle of little tainted people that have to now grow up and decide whether or not they want to be a good person on the side of this and decide not to do the very thing that was done to them, or if they gonna turn into these niggas. An even sadder thing is that it took all of this for everybody to now collectively sync up, link up, and decide that this shit is not what we want to live under. This is not how we want it done. But meanwhile, it took all of this to get to the opening, the flower, the lotus, for everybody to understand that it's not okay, even if it happens to somebody that don't look like me, because eventually it will be you. This is what is being shown. And so with that being shown, collectively, now the minds are, they're racing. And what do we do? What should we do? What should we do? What should we do? What should we do? We talking about it. We having conversations. Preparation. Because clearly something is happening in the system where God is saying movement. There's things that are happening. The ball is now rolling. And this is now where you're going to have to choose. Blood is thicker than water, or the covenant, and which one is right. Because on a daily basis, there's so much stuff being put into the system that I had a moment the other day when I realized that so much of history, his story, has been tainted, changed, that are there any real documentations, anything that is real that is left that would untangle, untie, unbind, unwind, and give us factual evidence of how this joint really came about, what happened. But the language, the original language, because entertainment purposes only, the language that I speak was borrowed, and also borrowed from some other places, but also tainted to the point that it wanted to create spells. The power of life and death is in the tongue. So when the power of life and death is in the tongue, and then I give you words that don't mean what they mean, but it is meant to suppress, entertainment purposes only, and keep you in submission. What do I do? So the sad realization in my mind is, which is also amazing, because if it doesn't exist, because of everything that nasty people have done in the world, like they could have woke up on any given Sunday and said, y'all, we fucked up. Let's fix this. We can fix this, right? Because not for nothing, it is fixable. So on any given Sunday, they could have woke up and said, y'all, to those people, y'all, we should fix this, and we shouldn't be, hoarding, this, that, and the third, and we shouldn't be trying to put our foot on people's neck. But no, they doubled down on their bullshit, because when, you already caught in a lie and you trying to protect your, whatever it is, then you go harder at the bullshit, right? Instead of saying, my bad, I know we fucked up, but we would like to fix it, and this is how we fix it. We can wake up today and we can start doing this, and a third. Don't expect that, right? Don't expect nothing, but could one day happen. Don't know. Or God can open up the pits of hell and drop them the pits of life and drop them in there and let them now. Cause ain't it something? All I heard was Ashanti. Ain't it funny, baby, when you want me, when you had me, love is crazy. Peace, right? Ain't it funny that you want me when you had me, love is crazy. But it's peace, right? You had me, now you don't. Because now we in a battle, now we in, trying to uncover. But preparation as to what's getting ready to happen next. Not for nothing, this is what's amazing on the flip side of that, because nobody could have ever pictured people standing in front of you, and even when they want to lie to you about something, still their mouth and the words coming out of their lips was nothing but the truth, right? And some of them been shocked. Some of these people been shocked. You can tell by the look on their face, like, oh shit, my lips actually said that. Like, that's not what I was trying to tell y'all. They was really trying to get on stage and blow more smoke up your ass. That's amazing to me, because I don't know where the disconnect from your lips to your brain is when your intentions was to get on stage and blow more smoke, but somehow God made it so your lips couldn't part but to say nothing but the truth, right? Mind you, it's happening a lot. It's happening a lot. I don't know if y'all seen one of the ladies that was getting ready, talk about, I think they was stealing money or something from child care or something, and the lady, she looked shocked that her mouth said those actual words, but she wasn't the only one, right? So mind you, if we pay attention, everything is being revealed without you even having to say a word. That can't be nothing but God. So if that's how this is happening and it can't be nothing but God, then the next phases are also about to be nothing but God. And when it opens up, we have to, even though they tried to, again, entertainment purposes only, even though they try to introduce something into our system to where you wouldn't believe half the shit that's being shown, once it gets introduced into the system, trust and believe that it exists. Okay? Because again, the power of life and death is in the tongue. If I can dream it, I can achieve it. The mind is powerful. You can manifest things right into this realm. That's the beautiful thing about life. So even though they introduce, that system, AI, entertainment purposes only, and every time somebody sees something, their mind wants to, protect them, they'll say, oh, it's AI. Y'all better get past that a whole lot faster and start just, believe everything and also nothing at the same time. Because the beautiful conundrum or the hypocrisy of life is as above, so below. Everything is yours, yet nothing is yours. As within, so without. Get to it and get to it quickly. If it exists, if it's shown, if it's able to be brought into imagery, it exists. Otherwise, it wouldn't be able to be existing. So understand that and understand it quickly. Whether or not it exists in bigger form or little form, it still exists. It could just be the smaller version magnified. Either way, the point of it is as above, so below. Smack it up, flip it, rub it down, whatever you got to do to get to it, understand it. That's what it is, right? So, preparation as we go back up here, because preparation is important. Something you've been preparing for, whether you realized it or not, is finally aligning. The delays weren't denial. They were protection and growth. You've been shedding old habits, old mindsets, even certain people who no longer match where you're going. Family, friends, co-workers, life itself in general. Certain things don't match. Whether or not it was a part of who you grew or where you grew from, or whether or not where you're growing into. Take it how it resonates. Right now, the universe is asking you to trust the process instead of rushing the outcome. Because if the truth is being told, and that's the beautiful thing about life, the truth is being told, and now you get to look and make an informed decision, it's a win. It's a win, because now you're being told this bitch ain't shit, this nigga ain't nothing, this place ain't this place is that, da 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 da, whatever the truth is. This job sucks, this job is amazing, having my own business is amazing, having my own business is a bunch of hassle, da 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 da, whatever it is. You're being shown the truth, the direction. And some things maybe that you may have wanted, person, place, or thing, not good for you. You knew that, but we liked it anyway. Sometimes that just is the thing. Some people are people that just have to touch the stove. I'm one of them people sometimes. I just like what I like, and I'll get the message and they'll say, don't do this. Meanwhile, here I am touching. But it's also been certain times when they done said, it's you need to go on and get, ma'am. Don't even look at it. Don't even think about it. Just go. Guess what? I ain't asked no questions. It's like entertainment purposes only. Whether or not there's still new crackheads being made. Every day you find out something different. You wouldn't think that there's nobody in the world that would even what is that? That you already know you're gonna be still in VCRs, TVs, giving away some things. Why would you do that? But guess what? Every day I'm amazed by the fact that you mean to tell me this person on that stuff. Entertainment purposes only, but they be on that stuff. Now, how the hell did you get there when you know what it was going to do? Ain't no way. But mind you, every day somebody figures out how to, become a new crackhead. Do with that information what you will. So right now the universe is asking you to trust the process instead of rushing the outcome. Opportunities are opening quietly behind the scenes. This is where I said, them people that insinuate or say, oh, you're my cousin, or oh, you're my, hey Cash, love you, thank you for being here. We're family. Don't tell everybody everything. It's not their business. Because let me tell you a little story. And for the life of me, I want to believe that, it ain't real. But again, it exists in the system. So I'm going to just say it anyway. My son sent it to me. We was talking about it. So a lady, there's a video, a reel going on. Sometimes you get a message and do you anyway and not listen. But eventually you will be shown to the right path. You ain't never lied, Clarence. That's a fact. So this lady said that she one day was minding her own business, right? And out of nowhere, she went to the bank because she was about to pay her bills. So the lady at the bank asked her, did she want to do a withdrawal? Which, again, sounds a little fishy to me because, bitch, if I came to pay my something or put money in, why you asking me about a withdrawal, right? So red flag on the plate for me. Anyway, long story short, she said, why? The lady says, this is your account balance. 1.7, I think, or $1.5 million have been deposited into this lady's account, right? Look at God. So she said, are you sure that's my money? Lady says, yes. This is where it came from. Shows her the business that it came from. Are you sure that this my money? First of all, you asking too many are you sures and not can I withdraw 999 out of this account, right? Let me pay everything, all right? Okay. So anyway, long story short, she takes the money. They said it's hers. She said that they done tracked it to wherever the people said it's her money. All right. And so she goes and she tells her mama, her cousins, and a couple of her friends. Mind you, too many motherfucking people for me, because bitch, why are you telling people that you got a million anything in your account? All right. So she said she had already asked the people, the people that she told, where your bills at? So she started paying bitches' bills. Nothing wrong with that. I think that's a thing, but something wrong with it. Because guess what happens? That wasn't enough for these people. They wanted cash on hand. She didn't want to give out cash on hand. She said, send me the bills, what you need, I'll buy it. I'm good with that. Let me tell you how these people played in her face and what they decided they want to do. She said they started calling the bank, saying that money wasn't hers. Now, for me, that was too much information anyway, because why these people know where you bank at? That's crazy. Anyway, they start calling the bank, saying that they need to take the money from her because these people that supposedly are her best friend, her family, is now hating because it wasn't them that got the deposit, so they didn't want it to be her either. Do you know what type of fucking people they have to be in order to call the bank that you bank at, because they're mad that money got deposited into your account? Why is it you? They would rather nobody have it. Now, I'm telling my son, I'm saying, first of all, this ain't right because, in my mind, like, the people who deposited the money would want their money back. You can get your money back if you deposit it, to the wrong place. But anyway, long story short, the fact of the matter is that the story was told. And then my son, he's like an investigator, so he'll go looking up some shit. Come to find out, this happens more often than not, and sometimes you actually get to keep the money, right? Now, can you imagine a company saying, keep the money, $1 million and something, and then the people that you think would be on your side, if you up, they up, because literally she said she started paying the bills. Excuse me, but that wasn't enough for them. Now, how many of y'all are thinking that you have people around you that you could tell that they got $1 million got deposited into my account? I'm gonna pay the bills. I'm gonna make sure y'all good. You ain't gonna need nothing. But how many of y'all think that they would call and tell on you? Or do y'all think that they just wouldn't? Y'all think that they so loyal to you that they're going to be okay with whatever it is, whether or not it be $10, $20, anything you give them should be fine. I don't give a fuck if I got $10 million. If I give you 10 of it, bitch, you didn't. That was 10 more that you didn't have. But the fact that you would make the decision to call and now you're mad, I thought that was pretty fucking foul. But it now showed her, because now she's sitting at a table. I don't know where she work at, but it looked like she needed that. She needs the money now. But it's a lesson, because the people that you don't think would do you like that are the people that will be the very ones that will do you like that. So sometimes this could be the lesson where God's saying preparation, the mother load. I'm about to drop the mother load on you. You're going to be able to do everything that you need to do. And it may not be $1 million. It may just be whatever it is that you need, to make sure that you are, financially, set to be able to do the things that y'all are wanting to do, right? So not for nothing, I'm making the decision, right? And I'm going to say it out loud because this is what I want to do. So yesterday I was talking to my son and I told him that I think I'm actually going to do law school. Why? Because I feel like that's the only thing that I haven't done, on this planet. And not for nothing, it's places that are offering for you to be able to do school and, it not cost anything, right? So if God's willing, I'm just going to put it out into the universe, because I feel like I would be a great asset as a lawyer on the right side. And this is where I have to check my own self and my own life and my own soul and my own everything, right? Because not for nothing, as an attorney for the right side, I may not, financially make a dime, right? But if I'm going to be an advocate or anything in the world in a way that I wish to be, then why put off for the next lifetime what I could actually possibly do this lifetime and finish. And whether or not I finish or not, and I'm just gonna prayerfully say that when I start something I normally just follow through or whatever. And when I'm going to start, I don't know, but I literally have now put into my memory banks and in my computer of me that I'm going to go to law school. I'm going to become the best fucking lawyer that I can be. And then, I don't know. So, I'm just going to go on record because I keep saying it that's the only thing that I've never done. Everything else that I've ever wanted to do on this earth, I have done. I done had my dream car. I have my dream house. I have, awareness. And so, if not for nothing, if that's the only thing that I have left, I'm gonna give it a good shot. And I'll figure out how and when and what. But I just decided that I want to put that out into the universe, because if God is listening and they're asking me what I want to be an attorney. So, and I want to be able to do the right things. And I got plenty of time. Even if I die today, I still got plenty of time because I said it. If I die tomorrow, I got plenty of time because I said it. I'm putting it into the universe actively that I wish to be an attorney, right? So, pay attention to the signs, repeated thoughts, and sudden ideas. Those are guidance, but it's preparation, because preparation for what? Your next phase, your new life, your future endeavors. But all we got is now. Now is what's important, right? And if I'm going to change the system or circumstances for me, or people that look like me, or people that and it don't even have to be people that look like me. I'm gonna just say people that are energetically have the same energetic signature, because people that look like me don't really do shit for me either. People that don't look like me don't really do shit for me. So the people that have the same energetic signature that I have is you know, the connection. So that's like your soul tribe, your soul family, right? It will be great for me and them. And thank God for that. So those are your guidance. If you've been feeling tired, emotional, or restless, it's because you're stepping into a new chapter. Release fear. What's coming requires a stronger version of you, and you've become exactly that. So, not for nothing, everything that you have gone through, every lesson that you have learned, every up, down, in between, in the middle, you know, whatever it is that you have been going through, it was all important for the cycle. It was all important for, you know, the simulation, for whatever it was that you needed and had to do. The other thing that has been heavily weighing on me, and you can take this with a grain of salt if you like, right? If in fact you have ever, I don't know why I want to say driven a book, right? Can you drive a book? Written a book. But the word that I really wanted to use was driven. So take that how it resonates, right? Go look for the other version of it. Because whatever you have put into this system, whether or not you believe me or not, as above, so below. You already did it. Like, the reason why an attorney in my spirit is calling so much, I already did it. I did it before. Music in my spirit, in my soul, I already did it. There's a version, it's the versions that exist, right? But I've also noticed that it is a loop that keeps playing out. So people can go find a celebrity's book easier and faster because of the fact that this is a person that's noticeable. So when you see it, it's easy to say, this is this person. Meanwhile, they ain't no different than you. They ain't no more special than you, just because of the fact that they were, you know, put in the limelight in this moment in time, in this situation, in this simulation. You yourself already have existed once upon a time. You don't have to believe me, but I know it for a fact. And that may be a little hard for some people to wrap their mind around, especially when people just want to believe every fucking thing that has been given to them. Because, you know, here in this timeline, in this realm, people like being told what to do, right? And it's like they don't have no thought process outside of that, right? It is, this is what they put in the system, this is what they told you to think. And you followed it to the T, like a computer. But somehow, God said, no. Your DNA was already put on internal GPS. It is when you already felt like this wasn't right. It is the moment where sometimes you know you're supposed to choose door A because that's what they told you to, but your spirit says, nah, door A is not the thing, right? So what you've been preparing for is not by accident. God has already been ordering your steps, even though there has been delays. Why the delays? Conditioning. The powers that be don't understand or haven't realized that they have only been allowed to do the things that they have been allowed to do because it was their pathway, their journey. Good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, if you keep choosing this over and over and over again, even when it's been so many different roads, crossroads, alleyways, detours, other stuff you could have chosen to do. But instead, you chose this way every time. It was always corruption. It was always entertainment purposes only. It was always corruption. It was always misalignment. It was always misguiding. It was always their way of, you know, survival, you know what they say, survival of the fittest, right? Survival of the fit. Whether or not it was the right pathway or the wrong pathway for everybody else. It takes a special type of person for them to put into their DNA that when you're winning because you are for the group and not out for yourself. And a lot of these people have just been out for themselves. Even when the universe was requiring and requesting for them to do a collective version of life, it was always me, 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 me. That was their pathway. They didn't care. They didn't care about your family. They didn't care about my family. They didn't care about nothing outside of what they could do for them. To the tune of they would rather, entertainment purposes only, destroy innocence, life, legacies, everything. And now the battle is within themselves because what did we do? What did they do? So what felt like waiting was actually God protecting you and shaping you for what's ahead. Because remember, warning comes before, but it was always preparation, getting things ready. The final curtain. Mind you, this was the funny part, because where they thought it was the final curtain ending, everybody said, push the button. Push the button. But this is the unveiling. So it's not the end. It's actually the beginning. It's the end for them, but it's actually the beginning. Because with endings start new chapters. When doors close, new ones open. Either way, God protecting you. God has been removing old habits, mindsets, and people that no longer align with his purpose for your life. Not to hurt you, but to elevate you. It's the thing of growth. Like, it'd be so sad when all I hear is that Life Jennings must be nice, whatever that song is, but must be nice. Ignorance is bliss, I guess. But when things change and new things open, it is the uncertainty. Like, if the world went kaboom, guess who stepped in the room? Everything goes, right? But meanwhile, you exist, like you can hear everything outside of you, but then there's a light, right? And what they tell you, don't go towards the light, Carol Ann. And on the other side of that, it could be life or death. You don't know what's on the other side of that. But meanwhile, your fear might keep you outside over here, but if you go towards the light, you don't even understand that what just happened outside of here is the new realm, the new facility, the new land, the new legacy, the new timeline, the new everything. But they want to keep you in a spirit of fear because they don't even know. Sometimes people are mad at you because you are fearless and they aren't. Sometimes people are mad at you because you have access, the gates, doors, opportunities that they will never have access to. So them being afraid, this is where people will say, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Well, you're not me. The opportunity would never present itself to you. Anyway, it wasn't for you. It's your pathway, your direction. And so you have to have discernment when God is saying preparation. I'm preparing you for this. It's like when I said online, right? And not for nothing, Uncle Luke is online, right? That is, y'all know who Uncle Luke, right, is. Uncle Luke is actually running for Congress, he says, right? Because I done been to his live a couple of times. And this is the thing. Uncle Luke is so handsome, right? And Uncle Luke probably can do anything that he wishes to do, right? And I ain't judging, I ain't talking shit. I like Uncle Luke, right? So the other night, I done went past his live a couple times. I go in there and I give him some hearts and this, that, and the third, right? His live don't be too many people. Be like 300, 400 people in there, right? And Uncle Luke be in there telling people don't send him gifts, send it to the bitches, right? But this is the thing. What I notice is every time I go on Uncle Luke's live, it's always these boxes to the side with, bitches in there, right? Mind you, none of these, Uncle Luke just sitting there as handsome as ever, but all these boxes is full of bitches that ain't nobody on screen. So in my mind, and I ain't judging, it just gives me like ratchet hoes, right? Because literally every time I go in there, it's these same bitches having conversation about, you know, intercourse and things of that nature, right? Not one time, and I'm not saying I ain't been in there a lot, so I don't know what they be talking about. It's either but every time I go in there, it's always these same 6 fucking boxes or 4 boxes, whatever the fuck, with these same bitches that, to me, like, if you can't even show yourself on screen, ho, why you keep showing up here? And they may be people he know, I don't know, so I could be, you know, saying shit, but I don't even give a damn, right? Because it's the same spirit to me every time. Now, if this man is saying he's running for Congress, why do y'all keep trying to give him conversations about bitches, hoes, and, you know, fucking? Entertainment purposes only, God forgive me. But why are y'all giving him conversations like that? The man said, and I made sure, I literally typed in there, didn't you say you're running for or some type of government, right? And again, he could be whatever he gonna be. But if you running for Congress or something of that nature, it's time we're gonna have to, you know, clean it on up. These hoes got to go because they're not literally directing the conversation to anything that says this man is trying to do Congress. And mind you, we already got enough of the bullshit, you know, sitting where we're sitting, because we already can see on a daily basis, you know, as much as the files keep coming, it's already a lot of disgustingness. And, you know, not for nothing, we already know what this person represents, because that was how they got, you know, where they got. But, and he can do whatever he wants. But in my mind, I feel like if any of these people love him, they need to start having conversations about the next phase in this man's life. Like, I get how he became famous, but if he gonna get to Congress, like, you're not gonna get to Congress talking like that, not having them conversations. Like, what you gonna get in Congress? You supposed to be passing bills and things of this nature, but yet we over here talking about this. So I said what I said, and then I went on ahead and left. And like I said, a very handsome man, love, you know, the whole da 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 da. But at the end of the day, it's time for him to figure out that these hoes got to go. Because if every time you come in here, it's talking about truck driver shit and this bitch prostituting over here, like, and that could be a thing, entertainment purposes only. That could be a thing that, you know, Congress want to talk about. But it's not giving congressmen dialogue and dialect to me. It's, maybe I'm wrong. Either way, I feel like when, you know, you are changing and you're leveling up, this is where we have to get better people. This is where our we have to walk our walk and talk our talk. So it may be something about the truck drivers and this, that, and third that, you know, once he gets to Congress, he might want to, you know, discuss and da 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 da. But the way they handling it right now, I don't know. And to me, also, him being a popular person, he could potentially do it. Because we was talking about this other dude. There's a girl that she's saying I think she's saying her cousin is a mayor, right? And mind you, I love this man because it's always funny. Every time I see the things, it's always funny. But he's literally a person for the people. He's going to figure out why y'all are, excuse me, the last one that I seen was that they were saying that the secretary got a $65,000 credit card. Why the fuck are y'all giving the secretary a $65,000 credit card? The way he talks and everything else is, you know, normal, regular, you know, like, I don't know how he got the job, but I love the fact that he got the job because he's speaking what he's speaking, but he's helping the community. I don't know how that part, like, we got to be mindful of the people that we're putting in these places. Because as we already seen, it's been a thing where the close-knit, tight family dynamic is putting people in seats that, why the fuck are you there and you're doing shit like this? And I don't mean him, I mean, like, the people that's there now. You keep finding out that these people are closely related, like, and mind you, it's weird. It's weird that all of these things are happening the way they're happening. Anyway, God says, trust him. Do you trust God? I do. Not to rush. The doors are opening that you didn't even see yet. The thoughts, convictions, and new directions you've been feeling is God guiding you. If you've been tired, emotional, or restless, it's because you're transitioning into a new season. Let go of fear. God already strengthened you for what's coming. You already won. You already won. So that's the message. Hopefully it helps. Preparation is key. Be mindful. And do what thou will. I mean, it's up to y'all. So thank y'all for being here, and always go with God.